let's talk about it from the Jays' perspective now.
Right.
Like, well, more. Not
I was
that
gonna
we
say.
are. So
That's
where
all we
the Jays
have.
go from here. So
Quick question on it. Where does this leave the Mets with what's his name? Springer, thank you, and DJ.
So
He's
that's
getting
what.
muted right now.
Yeah, he's getting muted.
Because
But
I
think
think like where do you put the Mets now with DJ and Springer?
the Mets, and they're not Springer. There's still a chance.
Right.
So
I think this kind of takes him out of the DJ talk for sure.
Yeah, DJ's done.
Right.
So what I was going to bring up with Springer was, in order to make a move for him, they would need to clear space because, or else they would go over the luxury cap. Exactly. So they would have to shed salary for that.
Do they care about that this year?
I think so.
Okay.
Because Cohen said that money's not an object. Like it doesn't matter to them, but also it matters to them. Like they're not just going to spend it flippantly.
Right. But if you're spending it on these guys, it'll put you over the luxury tax, but it's going to make you a damn good team.
I think they're a World Series potential team if they get Springer.
Yep. They're good. Their rotation's good. I think Lindor is one of the, I would say, top 3 shortstops in baseball. And then Carrasco can pitch, man. You're adding that to an already good rotation. If you bring in a guy like Springer in your outfield, you got him leading off. You got Frankie hitting 2 or 3, and you still got Alonso there that can hit. He wasn't as good last year as he was in his rookie season, but like he's still a damn good first baseman. They're good. They're going to be okay. There's just so many teams in the NL they got to get through.
So the Jays have offered Springer 5 years, $115 million. Which, if they somehow get him at that money, sign me up. Agreed? And you're not even a Springer guy.
That price tag is good for what he is. Yeah.
Springer wants. The Mets have
125, is it not?
Well, apparently the Mets have been. They were going to. They've been.
Floating
they wouldn't have been opposed to reaching his ask of 150.
Oh, I thought it was.
But apparently he wants 175.
No, I'm done.
No. Obviously, because you're bidding against yourself at that point.
Yeah.
If the Jays come out of it with Springer, just because you didn't get Lindor, that doesn't change your thought process at all. If they still get Springer and sign hitters, like sign pitchers, then I think you're fine.
Yeah.
The market is now shrunk because of that.
Yep.
But I still think that there's guys that you can trade for, the Chris Bryants.
The Jays have missed out on arguably Yu Darvish and Lindor so far that seem like really good targets for the Blue Jays, and I really don't feel all that bad about it. Like there's just still a lot of options available for us, and I'm not all that worried right now. Like obviously it'll suck if we come down to it and we get nothing.
Yeah.
But there's still a chance that they could bring in a lot of big names that are going to help this team be a playoff team.
At this point, with what's left in the market, I think the Jays get one of the 4.
I think they're big in on Liam Hendricks now too, and I think that's a pretty wicked move to make. Just the fact that he was visiting them in Dunedin, I think, is huge.
Because it's 2 hours away from where he is.
Yeah.
That's not nothing.
No.
To drive the 2 hours.
No.
The 4, I mean, is Bauer, LeMahieu, Springer, JT.
Yeah.
Because JT, who's the market right now? No one.
Us and the Phillies, I think. I don't.
And
think
the Phillies, you don't even know if they want to spend money.
They announced today, or I don't know if it's today, but they announced recently that they are going to do everything they can to get JT back. But if we can do more, what's stopping us, right? And I don't hate that move. It's like it's not something we need, obviously, but it's a significant upgrade, and it creates a lot of trade chips.
Exactly, which is interesting. The Jays lost out on like one of the guys that they were interested in, Sugano, who it was his. This was the last day to negotiate a contract with him at 5 p.m. No team did it. Apparently, the Jays and the Padres were the closest to doing it with him. Didn't happen. He goes back and he's got opt-outs in the next 3 years. He's gonna do it. He's gonna opt out like every year and probably get posted. Yeah. So I think if you're the Jays, it's status quo right now. You lost out on Lindor. Sucks.
They have so many things in place that it's just like, yeah, we missed one. We still have 4 targets available. If you get down to it and there's like one left, that's when you maybe panic a little bit. But as of right now, there's just so many options. Smooth move. So many options that are just like on the table. You can't really panic about losing one of them.
Right.
How'd that taste up your nose?
It's not on my nose. It's on my nose, not in my nose.
Is that it for MLB?
I think so.
Yeah. There's only so much you can talk about the same deal, right? Like,
I mean, Cleveland. So Cleveland offered Lindor $200 million. Lindor seeking upwards of $300 million.
Oh, so they're a little off.
Yeah. So that's why Cleveland couldn't do it.
No. That sucks, man.
Wow.
That team's good.
Who? So hold on. Are they?
Well, before that deal.
Yes.
Like, they're a good team.
I didn't expect the question. Jose Ramirez?
That's got to be a trade piece at this point. Why do you have him if you're
Why do you have
Shane Bieber?
And if you're the Blue Jays, is that not a better fit?
Ramirez? Absolutely. Put him on third? Absolutely. I'd rather
switch hitter? He's your
MVP candidate in multiple years.
My God.
Absolute roller coaster of a player. Like, you never know what you're going to get. But when he's on, that guy carries teams.
God. Like, so that is a player I trade Lourdes Gurriel for.
Mm-hmm. I think that makes more sense.
The fact that his contract's one of the best in baseball. Like, I think he's had like $10 million for the next like 3 years.
Yeah.
Now it would cost you, obviously,
a lot,
because I think he's more valuable. I don't know if he's more valuable than Francisco Lindor, though. Even
on his contract, he might be.
On his contract, he might be, but like, I don't know who's paying it. Like, it's just.
There's not a lot of teams that need him.
No, it's not. It's not just that. It's how do you ask for more than Francisco Lindor?
Yeah, it's fair. The only thing I can think of is the 3 years.
At 9 million, 12 million, and 14 million.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
The Indians only have, I think, 4 players above $1 million that they're paying. I think Hedges, Ramirez, the catcher. The catcher.
Bieber yet?
No. No, like I think Groshans for Ramirez. Let's go.
Base, because I don't think that
base, obviously base. But would you have to trade a Gurriel in that trade? Why would you need major league talent?
The Indians just seem kind of selfish on it. Like, it seems like that's something they want.
You want to clear money. Would you trade Austin Martin for Jose Ramirez? 1-for-1?
No. Not personally.
Okay.
I think that ceiling's way too high.
Fair. I was simply wondering.
Yeah. No, that's a good question. I can see there'd definitely be people that would do it, but me personally, I don't really. He has so much flexibility in the fact that he can play like short, third, and center.
If I tell you Groshans, Kirk, Manoah, you say
yes. If I'm the Indians, why not? Maybe add another piece somewhere, like a smaller prospect.
Mm-hmm. But those are your 3rd, 5th, and 6th best prospects.
Mm-hmm. Significantly more than what you got for Lindor, I'd argue.
Jimenez he's technically not a prospect anymore, but he was a prospect going into the year, and he was like, I think, a top 50 prospect, but still, like, I don't know.
Manoah probably cracks the 100 this year, does he not?
No, I don't think so. But Groshans is, I think Baseball America had him upwards of the top 30.
Right.
So, like, he's better than
anything you got.
Exactly.
And then you have Alejandro Kirk, who's proven he can hit major league pitching.
And that they like.
Mm-hmm.
I think it makes sense. I like that trade.
Now, they could have a very different mindset and hate it, but to me,
and
I
say
see
we're gonna
where the
compete
value is there.
But I don't think it makes sense to keep him.
No.
At this point.
No, there's no reason. You're not good. They're not going to be a good team.